These are Mars linears, and they're the first Gateron switch that utilizes polyketone, or POK. Let's break them down. They have a fairly interesting material choice, with a POK stem, a nylon top housing, and a POM bottom housing, with a 22mm double-stage 45-gram operating force spring. They are long poles with a 3.6mm total travel, and oddly enough, they have a 1.2mm pre-travel distance. They come pre-lubed well, with a mix of an oil and a grease. Gateron seems to be adjusting their factory lubing process with each new release, and these, so far, are probably the best I've seen from them yet. Let's listen to a quick sound test, then a comparison between Mars, DEEPPINGs, and sea salt smoothies. Okay, those all sounded pretty similar to me. To get a better idea of the difference in sound between a stem made from POK and one made from POM, I've made a couple of Franken switches using the POM stem from the DEEPPINGs. So it's a bit hard to tell, even with the switches in hand. But to my ear, the POK that Gateron uses sounds pretty similar to their POM. But it does result in a slightly quieter stem housing collision. This is most evident when comparing the full POM sea salt smoothies to the POK-stemmed, POM-bottomed Mars switches. For what it's worth, I've heard people associate POK with a deeper sound profile than that of nylon or POM. I'd love to hear what you all think in the comments. Okay, would I recommend these? On the plus side, they look cool, which is subjective. The factory lube is on point and consistent. There are no unwanted sounds coming from the leaves or springs, and they use an interesting and uncommon material in polyketone. But they do cost 60 cents per switch, which is a lot these days, considering we have good-to-go out-of-the-box options from manufacturers like HMX and SWK. In a vacuum, these switches are great, but would I recommend them at 60 cents each? Probably not.